So my guilty pleasure is the real, I confess. And they recently had Mel B and her husband Stephen Belfonte, or Stephen or Stephen, never know how to pronounce that name, on the show. We're there to share how they make one of their favorite dishes, the Farfalle Limoncelle con Gamberi, aka pasta dish with a lemon sauce and shrimp. I'm sure I butchered the name. Don't castratrize me. Don't yell at me. I'm Haitian. I'm not Italian. But let me go ahead and make this bad boy. Just a fair warning, I suck at narration. Now we're going to go ahead and prep our food. I'm going to grab 1 shallot, a tomato, and a red bell pepper. Now these are all organic, and I'm going to be cleaning my vegetables with this vegetable wash I got from Trader Joe's. Now you're going to just put a little drop and then just wash that under the sink. I'm just going to show you guys how I do that real quickly. Alright, once those are clean, I have diced 3/4 of the shallot, 1/4 of the red pepper, and roughly chopped up the tomato. Now I'm going to grab my shrimp. This is tiger shrimp, fresh shrimp, hasn't been farm raised. I'm going to go ahead and take the shells off my shrimp. I know some people that leave them on. I don't really understand that, so just make sure you take the shells off the shrimp. After I've done that, I'm going to grab some lemon juice and just put a little bit in, and then grab boiling water. I boiled it in my teapot and pour it on top of my shrimp and let the shrimp and the lemons, let the shrimp steep in that mixture. Now once it steeps, I drain it and then add 1 spoon of my Haitian epis. This is kind of our own marinade that we make from scratch. I will share a tutorial on how I made this later. Now I'm going to go ahead and prepare for my pasta and grab my sea salt. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt in my boiling water and add my pasta. Now let's move on to my sauce. I'm going to grab my white wine vinegar. I'm going to add probably about 5 tablespoons. I'm eyeballing. I don't really believe in measuring cups that much. I'm a Haitian. And I'm going to go ahead and make that heat up a bit over medium heat. Add my onions. Make sure you use all of your ingredients. I'm going to let that simmer for a bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my red pepper as well. Now I'm going to let both of these things simmer for about 1 minute. Once they're simmered down, I'm going to go ahead and add butter. Now I use vegan butter from Earth Balance, but you can go ahead and use whichever you like. Add about one spoon. And I'm going to go ahead and let that saute until the butter melts. I'm going to put the temperature a little bit lower to make sure that nothing burns. And I'm going to saute this until the butter melts and when the onion is translucent. I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit more white wine vinegar to make sure that the sauce is not evaporating. I want to make sure that there's a lot there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my shrimp and just throw it all in there. Make sure you take all the marinade from the bowl or pan, whatever you use to store your shrimp. Make sure all of that juicy liquid is going in with it. I'm going to go ahead and cook one side of the shrimp. I think I cooked this about 3 minutes, and I put the heat up just a little bit, probably to level 6. Now as your shrimp cooks, you can go ahead and grab your creamer. I'm using coconut creamer. I got this from Trader Joe's because I don't eat dairy, so nothing dairy goes in my body. I'm going to eyeball it, probably about 1/4 a cup of creamer. And then I'm going to let that simmer in. Add my seasoning, just a pinch of salt, some pepper. I put a lot of pepper because pepper is not really bad for us. I love pepper. And I'm going to also add a few shakes, or a lot of shakes of basil. I love basil so much. This is an Italian dish, so basil and parsley, those things are just instrumental. And I'm also going to add my cayenne pepper, of course. Now, once the sauce is really thick, I'm going to add my tomato, because tomatoes, you want to cook them later because they will add more liquid to the sauce to make it a little bit more thinner. Now I'm going to put the heat a little bit lower to make sure that the ingredients are simmering and the flavors are coming together, marrying each other nicely. I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste, and I am loving it. So this is kind of how my sauce came out. Now let's focus right now on the pasta, which was cooking as we prepared the sauce. You're going to drain your pasta. I don't like dirtying dishes, so I'm going to pour my pasta right back in the pot where I boiled it. And I'm going to pour my sauce and my shrimp and my mixture onto my pasta. I put the oven on like level 2 so that it's warm. It's still hot, but it's going to help me to cook. Now, this is an add-on from what Mel B's husband did. I love spinach, so I'm adding spinach to this. I don't want it to be overcooked, but I'm going to let the heat simmer it down and let it just marry with the sauce and the pasta. Now, this came out so good. I made a little bit more sauce on the side so I can go put it on top. I had enough for 2 servings, probably 4 servings, but I eat a lot. But I already went ahead and packed my lunch for the next day. But this is how it came out. It tasted so freaking good. Totally share if you tried this recipe.